I ain't watched House Party in a long time. Patrick and me used to watch Martin all the time. We called it Gina. Well, because Tisha Campbell physically resembles his mother a lot, except when Amy had hair, she kind of looked like Tisha Campbell. They look a lot alike. I had old pictures with I mean Steffi. I give me the names. I do that. When Steffi had hair, she looked a lot like Tisha Campbell. Patrick used to watch the show. That's when he always used to ask the questions. Why doesn't Mom stay with us? Why didn't And I'd always have to explain to him. And finally, when I had to break it down, Dad ain't getting a sex change operation to be with your mom. No, I like women. I like being with women, and I ain't gonna accommodate your mother and destroy myself to accommodate your mother, and that's just not gonna happen, son. And so, she wants things done her way and how she wants it and stuff like that. And I'm the type of person, the way I want things done is right. And I can't, when people lose touch with what's right, you can't sit there and accommodate them and do wrong to maintain. You can't. Two wrongs don't make a right, right? And so you just got to understand that. Like if Suzuki tells me, we'll take a week or a month off of the toxins from out of your video game, see how that helps you recover and detox, and then we'll see if we go to 2 days or what, But like he tells me, we could be you could be soaking in your plastic tub with Epsom salt here, or you could be in. He jokes and goes in the Ritz Carlton at the Marima Hotel. I'm just kidding, but he goes, you could, don't put yourself in a box and don't limit them. Don't limit yourself to their boxes and their money and their delusions of control. Things can radically change any minute. Like the stuff with they volunteer to connect to the universities and the people in those communities through using the Xbox, to connect to people to try to protect them with technology. And it takes its toll on me. And then everybody, well, he's just stubborn. He's just you could use your goddamn cell phone to go Lord's Prayer and trend it, on TikTok with 3 billion views in 30 fucking minutes. God damn. Okay? What a bunch of fucking assholes. Okay? Femme Fatale on 50 Cent Action. What a bunch of fucking assholes. Antiques Roadshow Us, US. Yeah. And so sit there and you watch people and you're like, damn, man, Justice League Unlimited. I've already seen that. But well, Mike Katie's into the DC and the Batman and stuff, and so when I go watch that stuff, it shows me a lot of the stuff and the indoctrination to have fantasy worlds to protect people and stuff that they give to kids. So it gives me a better connection to my snuggle buggle. That's why I watch it. Cause I love my bug. Crumb's more into Marvel, and I can't watch as much Marvel because it's hard to watch. Poor folks have access to DC, but they don't have access to Marvel. You gotta Disney it and Paramount it, and for the Marvel. But the DC, the poor kids have access to it. And Crummy comes from, I guess, white folks, and Kate's biological dad is Mexican, so it's probably like a biological connection thing. Because more poor folks can watch Justice League, and you have to have more money to watch Marvel. Oh yeah, it's just tribalism through economic manipulation to keep people tribal, secular, insulated. Got to keep them separated and divided intellectually and emotionally, because they're stupid. Oh my gosh, they're so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh my gosh, it's stupid. Yeah, it certainly is. There it is. And so Sarah's gonna do a reaction to Chantilly Lace. Chantilly lace and a pretty face, a ponytail. Hey, hey, baby, that's what I like. That was one of my favorites. Oh my, no, me, me. Um, Mr. Good Taste, Malaika, no compendo, Malaika. You know me, I got good taste. Who's Nico Carrillo? The Scottish beast taking over Mel. Oh, it's okay. Some idiot who does, cage fighting thing to entertain stupid assholes. Okay, that's who Nico Carrillo is. Okay. God, a little, look at him. He's this chiseled piece of stone, little peckerwood with a penis that thinks for his head. Yeah, wow, but he's got tattoos. Gonna make him gorgeous. Oh my gosh, he's so sexy. Seriously? That's like saying you want to have children with a gorilla. He's a gorilla. Hand me your gun. If a cop says, hand me your gun, say this simple phrase. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. We both have phones. Say that. See what happens. I don't know. I'm not in those type of situations. I don't drive around with a gun in the car or a gun in the car. I don't. Well, I've got more intelligence than that. All right. Guys, life's eternal and grace is infinite. Driving around with a gun in the car trying to kill people because they'll kill over money. How is that going to help you live the Lord's Prayer? Quantum computing has global... Okay. Quantum computing is going to see the most viable, intelligent thoughts, words, and actions as solutions, which has already happened by probably Y2K. It wasn't working right according to the people that still use money to manipulate you with technology. Put your metaverse glasses on, wipe the shit off of them. That's impossible. I like Perry Como too. It's my favorite song of his. Yeah, because I like And I Love You So better by Don McLean, which is a good tone too. Yeah. Look, it's the Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah, Jim Caviezel and Guy Pearce give a sizzling performance of the Count of Monte Cristo. Greatest tale of betrayal, the greatest tale of betrayal. Are you sure about that? What about the Hebrew people betraying the Messiah year one? Oh, yeah. It's the greatest story ever told, according to Klaus von Sydow and whoever was the director and producer of that, their comic book for more money. And it had Sidney Poitier and Ernie Borgnine, and surely this man was the son of God. I'm not going to hit you. Like hell, I'm not. Driftwood. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Anybody else like Dobie Gray? That's a good tune. Isaac knows it, but there's another kid that sings it. Apparently, it's been redone by another kid, but it's not Dobie Gray. But Dobie Gray's better. I think I've heard it sung by the other kid. I've also heard other kids sing Pay Paradise, Put Up a Parking Lot, but Joni's is better. I sound like my mom. Well, of course, Is there ever one that was remade that was better than the original? Oh, yeah, the Plattas. Almost all the Platta songs that were originally done by white folks. And Tony's is better. Yeah. The Flamingo, I think Only Have Eyes for You was sung by white folks earlier, and the Flamingos is better. So yeah, there are quite a few where someone takes it and remakes it, and the remake is better. I like Sitting in the Park and I Do Love You, and the guy from GQ, his voice is probably just a little bit sweeter than Billy Stewart. I like Billy Stewart, okay, but I like GQ's remake just a little bit better, okay. Yeah, después, not primero, but después, cierro, okay. So there are certain songs, especially the Platters. I think Smoke Gets in Your Eyes was a standard by white folks. And then Tony sang it. It's like, good God, nobody else sang it before him, because it's the fuck of the black person that's saying the white people are better stops here. It stops with the Platters. It stops with the Platters, right? And I think like with what's his name? Jimmy Beaumont. I like Jimmy Beaumont. He said, well, we had a girl in the group because the Platters had it. I think it's just beauty imitating, wanting to reflect beauty. When something's beautiful, it doesn't matter what gender it is, who it has sex with, what color it is, how much money it makes. It's just beautiful, right? Banana, na na na, banana. That reminds me of Gina. Well, not Gina. Steffi, when she was coming and was going to give birth to Patrick. That's the song that reminds you of that. Claire de the Moonlight and Mozart's 40th in G minor. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Those are the two songs when I was, just trying to survive. Pisces Virgo rising is a very good sign, very strong and kind. When me and Steffi were trying to survive your Pentagon hell that we're still stuck in because you guys suck, right? And Steffi never saw a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's 2026, and me and her got married in 1990. That was 36 years ago. Yeah, I kind of, life being eternal and grace being infinite and me being the Messiah, I get me. But 36 years of torture from a bunch of perverts that have no intention on stopping that torture because it's the greatest tale of betrayal, adventure. Count as Monte Cristo. I understand Steffi. I'm not mad at her and I don't hate her. And I just sit there and go, it's going to be okay, baby. It's going to be okay. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. And I got this. Yeah. If you believe in me, you'll help us expedite, technological, the singularity sooner than later. If you don't believe in me, you're Dennis Hopper from Speed. No, you're crazy. You're crazy. How can you not believe in me? I did everything required of a human being to redeem the Gospels. You have to be a complete stupid head in the sound. I'm the greatest video game developer in the history of developing video games. I'm going to build my own sex robot. You have to be someone like that. I'm going to have washing machines keep my money safe while I fly to Mars. Like, seriously? Oh, go to the North Pole. No, stay away from the North Pole. We have to restore the integrity of the North Pole. Yeah, we have to make sure that we start, doing better than COVID protocols immediately to help the recovery of our polar ice caps. It does recover, guys. It's like, okay, you turn off the fridge and the ice melts. You turn the fridge back on and the ice starts to form again. Okay, you park all the cars, bars, and wars in Denver, Chicago, San Francisco, New York, LA. It won't last, but it's all right. You stop all that economic conflict and all the cars starting to pay the bills, and bam, guess what? It starts to cool off in the refrigerator zone, North and South Poles. Hey, Chilly Willy, explain it to the polar bear. Right. You can see polar bears in Alaska, and you can see Russia from Sarah Palin's house. What is that woman's name again? I can't remember her name. The Mean Girls chick. I don't know why I can't. She was one of Amy's, Amy Poehler's best friend. I can't remember her name. It's right on the tip of my tongue, like Brenda and the Timberlines. Yeah, that's a good. I haven't heard that on my. I'll have to go look and see if it's on my MP3. I'm thinking it's not. But I'm like, I thought for sure I recorded that and put it on my MP3 because I really love that song. It was right on the tip of my tongue, and I was gonna say I love you. It's a very good tune. I'm not doing it justice. It's Brenda's. I'm not Brenda. Earl ain't Brenda. I try my best to sing Native New Yorker, but I ain't Brenda. I try my best. I ain't Wayne Cooper neither. No, I'm not. No, everybody knows I'm no Ted Mills or Wayne Cooper. We all know that. Or Johnny Wilder, I cannot, I can't do that stuff. I can do a pretty good, segue into, always and forever, each moment with you is just like a dream to me. I can do a pretty good that. But when it gets to ever, I can't do that. It's like, I'm going to drop along. That shit hurts. I can't do that. Always wanted to. No, because it sounds like I'm skinning cats, man, and Don Griffin come down. They're going to kill you upstairs, man. But it's Bobby DeParge, Don. I know the music good, but you two could shut up, man. It sounds like you're skinning cats, man. Someone's skinning cats in here, man. Y'all need to keep it down, man. They got night workers up there, man. Because Don Griffin had to come out as spokesman for the group. Kill those two. They will not shut up. We were jamming. Well, we were nice enough to go, okay, it's Bobby DeBarge. And he couldn't, he's like, yeah, it is Bobby DeBarge. But just don't sing along. It's like, we're like, I just could not from away. Hey, I wouldn't even know up from down. But since I found you, we couldn't help ourselves. It was Bobby DeBarge. It was Switch, right? All things can be found so strong and true, baby. I'll come in for you know when you're with your best friend and you're just making complete nuts of yourself, and it's I call your name. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and me, you and I forever. You never had a best friend from DC that you got together and started singing all the old R&B tunes with, and Maxi Priest and Still Pulse? No? You didn't drive around in the Maxima with the white guy and the black guy with their fists extended outside the sunroof doing rally round? No? Oh, you sure missed out. All the white people, all the crazy white people from North Carolina. What the hell was that about? That's a white kid from Phoenix and a black kid from DC. Oh, he's brown. He ain't black, right? Me and Brian were the Space Cadets. We'd always say that too. You do know that we're the only white black table in this whole chow hall. We're also the loudest table in the whole chow hall. I would always say that, and the lady that spoke Geechee, she is so pretty. You know, Brian sit there and said, we really got to learn from Sergeant Gosh how to speak Geechee. Like, why? He goes, because she's sitting there talking to us, and she could be saying, you two are really cute, but you probably just over in the dorm room riding each other's rump range till you can't walk. And we're both going, yeah. It's like, he goes, yeah, you know, we really do got to speak. Mm-hmm. She could have been ripping us a new one, and we smiling and shaking and graying our heads like, well, that's sometimes politeness only goes so far. You got to know what the other person is saying. Well, because you can have people come up to you and say, hi, I love Jesus. I think we ought to vote for president. Build technology and mass murder with each other with it. Then we'll have a magic place that I'll invent, and we'll go in the clouds and we'll all live there forever. I'm going to make this economy work for the poor people because my mom makes me on faith in the state of Texas, where they threatened to shoot Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. with a gun if he comes to Texas and talks the way he does online. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Isn't that gorgeous? Hi. Right? It happens in the land of the free and the home of the fucking brave there. Fuck yeah. It's better than that fucking place. That fucking place won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer either. At least this fucking place has this face. What's the matter, you? Why are you looking so sad? It's not so bad. I shut up in your face. Right? Does anybody there being fucked by their government on social media for being the man that's the anti-fucker? If you are, I don't have to apologize. I don't know who you are, I know where you are. You know what you're doing. And if you can see me and I can't see you, well then, hi. There you are, lost in the shadows, searching for someone to set you free from that place of economics and commerce. Where did all your traditions go? I'm not trying to eliminate your traditions. I'm just trying to establish traditions that make sense. You know, faith based on reality. You know, life is eternal, grace is infinite, share, care, give in accordance to need, built to last, love each other, you know, love one another in eternal, faithful peace. I'm not trying to eliminate your traditions. I'm just trying to make sure that your traditions make sense because they're faith based on reality, not numbers on a pole. They're pole dancing with boats. And Nolan Wells is still dead, and you ain't going to be able to stop him from dying because you get together in tradition and get drunk because you're still in Mungo Jerryville, which should have ended by January 22nd, 2013. We all know that Earl did what was necessary for your comic books to be validated by the acts of faith of a true Messiah. Instead, they all expect me to be Stephen Strange in one of those little buildings up there doing crazy Alice whacked out fucking Buddhist monk hide from reality and go to your insanity happy place. Guys, if you go off the grid and try to live like Ted Kaczynski but fix everything with your best drones, it's like, guys, is that going to solve global warming? Is that going to stop people from murdering each other with science projects over money and manipulating people with science projects with money? No. Well, then use your science projects to stand up for a living messiah so we can globally submit to Islam. Do you understand Arabic better now? No. It's all Farsi to you? No, it's all Greek to me. Oh, apparently so. It's funny, assholes. Trust me, it's very funny. In the future, people are like, God, Earl was so funny and so intelligent and so cool, and they all suck so bad, and they thought they were funny. They were on late night talk shows, joking about how they make money, that gets little girls raped to death in Mexico and killed with the COVID, and they act like it didn't happen, and Earl tried to stop it, and Earl doesn't exist because he's got ego problems, because half the people in the United States think he thinks he's God, and the other half think God doesn't exist because their brain can't quantify infinity with their brain. Wow! Look, it's a duck. See the duck? See the lake? There's a duck. There's mountains. There's a lake. Let's stop global warming immediately. Park your cars, bars, and wars. Stop ringing. 6 o'clock already. I was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian scream. I came back, Caitlyn Jenner took my place, that stupid fucking bitch. This kind of shit doesn't really need to exist. Yeah, guys, January 22nd, 2013. Kylie and Kendall would still have their dad if everybody had stood up for me. Bruce would still be Bruce. Wouldn't he be Jackie Chan? No, that's They Call Me Bruce. It's a totally different movie. Shh, stop interrupting. You're making the maggots cry, Francis. Really funny. I know. But yeah. Yeah, the kiddos would still have a grandpa instead of two grandmas. Get out of here. No, I'm serious. Yeah. But is he really a grandma? No, he's just a surgically altered male who wants to be known as a female because you guys head fuck people with political agendas and it causes brain injuries and brain damage. He didn't really want to be a woman. Chris Montgomery wanted to protect women from aggressive men and thought by sexually altering Chris's body to a male body that they could better, which is not true. You cannot protect women from aggressive men by having a doctor put a penis on your body. God damn, that makes sense. Now you stand up for a Lord's Prayer. Whoa! Whoa! I think that's a painting. I don't think that's an actual picture from the Hubble fuckoscope, telescope, tikoscope, tachoscope. It's not. That's a painting. It's a painting of somebody, that's Starry, Starry Night. Paint your palette blue and gray. Or it could have even been painted by AI. Make it look like a human being painted it. That's tangible. Yeah. But is it for sale? Always. Always. We're not living the Lord's Prayer. Dumbass. It's okay. Earl has this, Me and quantum computing. Yeah. There has to be a standard of human behavior for quantum computing. And if most of the global standards were identified and plugged in to computers by all the people that caused the conditions for quantum computing to be invented to save us from being the merciless. Flash, he's a miracle. King of the impossible. Sam Jones, everybody knows who made, all the Bostonians that are real Bostonians. When you watch that stupid movie from that Quahog kid, it's with Wahlberg. It's like, Wahlberg, you need to tell the Quahog kid that the Real Housewives of Rhode Island does not exist in your cousins from Boston's parties. If a Sam Jones shows up at a party in Boston at your cousin's party from Boston, drinking Samuel Adams there, that the Sam Jones that showed up, we had to bring KC, not the Sunshine Band, but that would be nice, and also not Sam Jones, but KC and Bill Russell, because KC played with Bill Russell in college, won 2 championships there, and a shitload with the Boston Celtics. Any good Bostonian knows if Sam Jones is at a party in Boston, it's got to be the right Sam Jones. And is Havlicek showing up? Havlicek steals it. What about Bird? DJ's dead. Okay, who's alive? Who's dead? Is Havlicek still with us? What about Don Nelson? What about his son? His son didn't do anything for the Celtics. He coached other teams that tried to beat the Celtics. Boo, Hiss, get out of here. No, it's tribalism. In tribalism now. Stop bad science fiction movies. Don't trap Freddie Mercury's spirit in hell through your economy and Bohemian Rhapsody. Make it stop now. If I have to do it all by myself, you guys are already totally embarrassed. It's quantum computing. They have quantum computing evidence in the year 3026. Pick up sticks. Spumoni, Coffee Black, Alley Oop. Your pet's a genuine dinosaur. Did you clone it? I can't endorse your park. Serious, guys. Okay. I can't make your picture pages any better today than I could yesterday, asshole. Go lasso your Ted and co-parent. You're not co-parenting. You're co-extorting and exploiting and teaching it to your kids. Oh, shit, he's right. Yes. Why didn't the Nobel Prize winners explain this to us? I don't think they can. I don't think Neil deGrasse Tyson is capable of as being intelligent as me, even if he tries. I think he goes to bed and he wakes up and Stuart saves his family and doggone it, people like you. No, they don't. No, they don't like you. They're addicted to the same shit that you're addicted to because they think they're better than someone that's better than them. And I was like, I don't want to be better than you. I want you to live the Lord's Prayer too. There you go. Hey, lasso your Ted. Hey, sell children's books. Look, it's Rachel Dowskin and Madonna. It's a kid that plays backup defense for the Locos. Yeah, it makes sense. It's Loco. It's the Locos. It's the El Paso Locos. They're crazy. I know. They're making more money, but money's not real. We're filling up the Chihuahua Stadium. I know. It's Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Chihuahua. In El Paso. Oh, Rodeo. Drive-through up all over Santa Fe. I know. It's been that way for a long-ass Taos, New Mexico motherfucking sticking time, is it? I know. Don't tell me Earl's not funny, because in the year 3026, people are going, Earl just keeps going. He's better than the Energizer Bunny of Love because he's not a little robot selling batteries. He's, it's like my boy LG, battle me, bruise me, what happened to my family? Why'd they run out on me? If love runs out, they must have had the wrong batteries. Battle me, bruise me, talk about anything other than jewelry. An intelligent woman believing what she's been taught. These people, they know not. Donuts, I'm fusing algae. This is best Christmas ever with I'm a Spaceman with, yes. This is algae, greatest hits hip-hop fusion. Yeah, it's a tribute to Allen Gibson. Probably analytically a better hip-hopper than his idol Tupac Shakur. Analytically, Al's raps were more astute intellectually of seeing what was wrong with the social problems and how people are being manipulated by the social problems with technology outside Fort Huachuca. That's not hip-hop. That's not Tupac's fault. It's not Tupac's fault that he wasn't a descendant of Willem Wallace and Rob Roy and taken to Cochise County to be tortured, to torture the poor people with all hopes that they're kiss my Scottish ass! Lightning bolts come out of his ass. Scottish savior would be able to deliver them from the evils of the royal family. It just so happens that someone related to the royal family showed up in Cochise County in Cochise in 2006, and together, the spirit of Robert Roy and Willem Wallace, and this in the spirit of Roofline, that. Thomas Becket and Sir Thomas More connected to in prayer because they are family, kicked the holy crap out of the money grubbing fucking what's her name? Homer Jordan. The Homer Jordan. What's her name again? The lady who has the green stuff. Martha Stewart. Yeah. Telling the little Meghan Markle girl how to, make her money and keep her money and make sure that she gets insider trading info and make sure she knows the county sisters are going to assess the price of the land near the river. And it's, well, when that dam comes down, money ain't going to matter because money don't. You help me 3.5 cups of sugar to get to the moon, the perfect cast. Right, so right, and it's coming on. We gotta get it right back to where we started from. Love is good, love can be strong. We can. Anybody else? Yeah, I know my Suarez. Cesar Suarez and his girl are fond of Maxine Nightingale because they grew up, listening to the post road writers, oldies. Everybody was in Maxine Nightingale when I was growing up. Oh yeah, Mexicans have good taste in music, and all the oldie stations and all the R&B stations that played all the stuff in El Paso that they were playing in Tulsa on the late night A&M stations, all played Maxine Nightingale. Everybody was intelligent enough to like Maxine Nightingale. She was on Bear American Bandstand, like Kid talked about with Play and House Party there, and Robin Harris, And Robin Harris was very funny. Yeah, he was very obnoxious. He was like the Black Don Rickles and shit. He's very funny. He had me laughing. Oh, Steffi he made Steffi cry. He was so funny. He was one of her favorite comedians, and he died. So, oh man, but he was so funny. He was obnoxious. He was obnoxious as hell. Yeah, when life sucks and people are getting obnoxious, and one guy can be the most obnoxious, you're like, I want Robin Harris on my team. He's on my team. He was very funny. Marcus Miller does the music for that. You know who Marcus Miller is? I just don't want to be a fool. He wrote a lot of big hits for Luther Vandross. That's why Luther Vandross sings songs on that movie. I was like, oh shit, Marcus Miller. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, he must be like a Benny Medina and a Quincy Jones. Yep. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know that saying, absolute power absolutely corrupts. No. Absolute power is the essence of all existence. And if you try to trap absolute power in your existence, you absolutely corrupt the essence of your existence. Like me and the guy talked out the checkout line at Walmart the other day. It's Blaise Pascal. You cannot grasp the infinite with the finite, so don't bother. Then what happens? I'm the theory of everything, and I've killed God with my brain. Oh wow, that's Leonard's girlfriend. Go Leonard, right? It's that's not true. That doesn't exist. But they did have a relationship. They did, yeah. Old Johnny, he spent a couple of years going. Instead of acting it out, it was really happening. Yeah. There's no such thing as luck. Well, we're gonna say it anything. Lucky dog, right? Well, it's true. So. No, when you get to enjoy a good sex life with someone who's enjoyable to have sex with, and she enjoys it with you for a short time, because that's all it ever lasts in hell. We're all doing things for money, and money corrupts everything. Yeah. Invention corrupts creation always and forever. Each moment with you is just like a dream to me that somehow came true. And no, because when you watch Leonard, you go, I wouldn't do or say that. Yeah, that's because you're the best jock in town. You're smarter than you make Dumber and Underhill look like he's playing with his poop and asking people for money to watch him play with and eat his poop. And yeah, it's true. Exercise gets. Why did that? Because David Underhill, Leonard, Leslie Winkle, all had a virtual presence in my house everywhere I went. That's why I wasn't able to have fun with Gina, but her name was Stephanie. Yeah, that's why I wasn't able to have fun with Law. La, 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 la means I love you. Why Raquel, when she moved out of the house, we wouldn't be able to stay in a relationship because they would have always been there to screw it up, like Dami Angola and the Pussycats and Ezra Taft Benson and the Ring Wraiths and the Pentagon with their lawmakers in dresses that are black. And the long, cool woman in a black dress. Her name was Clarence, and she had a Coke can for a penis. Oh my, make it stop! Crying game! And it doesn't stop. They just keep reloading it with new egomaniacs who think they're more righteous and holy and going to make this economy work for their family based on faith of guns and money and trust and abortion, or not to abort, or to get the abortion drug, or not to make the abortion drug, to stand up for truth or not to stand up for truth. The only reason you can't stand is because of truth. Why do you think Hawking resolves himself to a wheelchair through his own design and his own invention? Yeah, he did it. He did it. A toxic environment is caused by the people that are the main causes of that toxic environment. You try to eliminate the infinite with the finite. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you can't brush your teeth, it's because you put yourself in that position. Hanoi Hilton, bomb, 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 Iran. Ooh, went to a dance looking for romance, saw Barbara Ann, and I thought I'd take a chance on Barbara Ann. So anything you have going wrong with you in your life, and you're not standing up for the Lord's Prayer, you can take credit for it. Anything going wrong in your life, and you're standing up for the perfection of the perfect commands, you can damn well for sure know that quantum computing's collected all the evidence, and all the people that are the cause of it are not you. Right on! Isn't that cool? Isn't that liberating? Doesn't that make you feel, I'm like a bird, only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. It's stuck in philanthropy. Oh, It's not my soul. It's the glory of grace. Right. The glory of grace is stuck in philanthropy, and I can't fly away like a bird because I'm a human being and I'm not El Condapasa. You're not El Condapasa. You're not El Condapasa. That's a best-selling record from the 1960s that made no sense then, doesn't make any sense now, but it sure sold a lot of records, man. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're wearing high heel sneakers and acting. Yes, basketball coach is going to kick you off the team. Unless, of course, you're in the WNBA. No, you'll get kicked off the team because you're a guy and you should be playing in the NBA. Okay, it's funny. I love you guys. All right, peace.